Hello pilots! After asking you whether Ronin is broken or not, most of you concluded he wasn't. And while I agree with this result, it's finally time we address the elephant in the room. The Ronin ability, people used to say Ronin is balanced, but in reality is Ronin's most powerful and frankly broken ability at its disposal. Swordblock. Swordblock at first glance is a simple mechanic that serves the purpose of being Ronin's shield, with the major difference of not blocking 100% of the damage, rather 75%. This minor detail makes you think Ronin is balanced or even weakened at other titans, because of their shields being more defective, but you couldn't be more wrong. Ion, Legion, Tone and Scorch have a similar shield that for the most part, its primary object is to block damage. But Ion and Scorches have an additional effect of trapping and deflecting projectiles, and dealing damage by touch, respectively. Ronin's shield is by far the most complex of them all. Ronin enjoys a lot of benefits from having to take 25% of damage while blocking, and that's exactly what we're going to analyze today. Let's find out why Ronin's Swordblock is broken. Let's start with the most obvious attribute of this mechanic, Omnidirectional Blocking. This refers to the ability Ronin has to block from all directions, and I mean all of them. No other titan can do this. Ronin can deny 75% of any damage taken from any angle. No weak points or blind spots, including from the ground. Titanfall 2 has different types of damage. The energy base, like Ion's splitter rifle or Scorcher's fire, and the more conventional projectile base, like Monarch or even Ronin himself from his shotgun. Ronin can block all of it, including Scorcher's fire, which again no other titan can do. Ronin can step on fire and block 75% of any damage taken, which is 75% more than any titan. But hey, I hear you say, Ronin is a Strider class titan, he's weak, he's got no HP, Swordblock keeps a Ronin alive, right? Yes, Swordblock is an important tool that Ronin has. And I personally don't have much issue with Ronin being capable of all of these damage blocking shenanigans. And although I do believe the omnidirectional blocking is a lot of BS, I can still tolerate it. But my next point is going to put you into perspective on why this ability is broken. I bet you know what cooldown is. In simple terms, it's a period of time you have to wait before using anything. In video games, this mechanic is used to balance abilities. If we analyze the titans, we can see all of the titans that have a shield have to deal with cooldown, one way or another. Tone and Legion have to wait 15 seconds each after depleting their shields to use it again. And Ion and Scorch have shields that are tied to an energy bar that once depleted has to recharge. But what about Ronin? Does he have to worry about any of this? No, he doesn't. Ronin can use his Swordblock as much as he wants. This is the core problem of this ability. To understand this more, let's talk about penalties or punishments. Believe it or not, you can be punished for using your shield or abilities at the wrong time. For example, as Stone, if you drop your shield in the wrong place or too early, you can't move it, so you are left open to attacks. As Ion, if you abuse your Vortex shield for too long, you'll run out of energy. Not only will you not have any shield left, but you also won't be able to use abilities such as Laser Shot or Tripwire. This is because these abilities are linked to the same pool of energy. As a Scorch, if you abuse your Flame Shield, you won't be able to protect yourself from any damage. But also, and most importantly, you won't be able to burn your enemies, which is Scorch's main source of damage. And finally, as Legion, if you use your terrible gun shield, not only you'll get a movement debuff, but also you are not allowed to melee while the shield is up. Use it in Doomsday and you won't be able to parry any melee attacks, which means a guaranteed execution for the enemy. But again, what about Ronin? Does he have to worry about any penalty while sword blocking? No, he doesn't. In fact, all of his abilities except for his shotgun are available while blocking. This includes dashing and phase shifting. and since he doesn't have any cooldown, he can switch from offense to defense quickly with no repercussion. And let's not forget everything I just mentioned becomes more problematic when Sword Core is active. Now with 90% of damage nullified, Ronin is a nightmare to deal with. Also, I'm not even going to talk about how Ronin can deny cores with Swordblock and pure mobility. Swordblock, unlike the other shields, has no strategy behind it. He doesn't have to account for any penalty while using this ability. Now let's quickly debate the counterpoints I have seen on defense of Ronin. Ronin can shoot while blocking. Yes, but Ion and Scorch can't either, yet they still have to worry about everything I just mentioned. Ronin still takes damage while blocking. Again, he has no weak points, omnidirectional blocking, no blind spots. He can still dash and banish. No Ronin will stand still and be shot until his HP goes down to 0. Ronin only has 3 HP bars. He's weak. Yeah, but so does Northstar, and she doesn't have a broken shield. And lastly, if he's so broken, how come I can defeat Ronin? It's important to understand that a broken ability implies an advantage. It doesn't mean it's invincible. You can get wins over Ronin players, of course. The point of this video is to expose the unfair advantage Ronin has over other Titans, and how these advantages make fighting Ronin an annoying task, beyond the intended limit. But it's time for Ronin mains to speak up. Do you agree with this video? Let me know down in the comments. That's it for now, pilots. Don't forget to share, like and subscribe. Ronin players, please stop being filthy, and I'll see you next time.